Today I'm doing something I have never done before, and that is share my luxury handbag collection with you. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome back to my channel. Well, I've been asked a few times recently here about whether I own any luxury handbags or whether I rate them or what I would buy now if I was in the market for a luxury handbag. So I thought I would answer some of those questions by sharing the luxury handbags that I actually own. Now, fun fact, I haven't actually ever bought myself a luxury handbag. All of my collection have been gifted to me, and before you think they have been gifted by a husband or a boyfriend or whoever, they have all been gifted to me when I was working in my previous job, which was as a fashion magazine editor. Now, there's a magazine here in New Zealand which is still around called Fashion Quarterly, and I, in case you don't already know, edited that magazine here in New Zealand for 7 years. And during that time, I was so lucky to be gifted a number of really beautiful luxury handbags. So today I thought that I would share some of the luxury handbags that I own, most of which now are vintage, but I must say they are handbags that I will always love and I'll always hold on to. Not just because of the value, but they all have lovely memories attached to them. They all represent a period of my life that I love to remember. And they're also really timeless as well. So they, in my mind, look as great today as they did when I was first given them. And I suppose that, in my mind, is the mark of a real timeless classic. So let me start by sharing my all-time favorite handbag, and it is from Louis Vuitton. So this classic Monogram handbag. I used to actually wear it like this with the strap quite short, and I would wear it as a purse, kind of like a shoulder bag over my arm. Over the years, I've become more and more fond of crossbody bags, and so I tend to wear the strap a little bit longer and wear it as a crossbody bag. Now, I think one of the things that I love about this bag is the fact that it is versatile. It's a perfect size. It's got a really lovely flap to get into it. Just a great, simple size. And as I said, I love the fact that of late I can wear it as a crossbody bag, and that's sort of just how I like to wear my handbags at this point in time. So this was my first ever luxury handbag, gifted to me from the New Zealand team at Louis Vuitton, and I love it. The next bag that I was gifted, and one that I have absolutely thrashed, is this little, I think it's called a Pochette. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But this is just such a cute little versatile bag. Unfortunately, the strap has come apart, and no, it's not a fake. It has just been absolutely thrashed. And I have noticed that the newer versions of these, so this is actually over 20 years old, so it's really old and it has been worn a lot. And what I have noticed recently is that they seem to have stitched these handles. So clearly this wasn't the only bag that this happened to, so they've improved on them. But this is just a classic. It's great. I've worn it so many times, and I also used to use it as a little insert into a larger bag. So I'd keep all of my money, my cards, my phone, all of my precious belongings in this little purse, and I would pop it into a bigger bag. So this is one that I just absolutely love. I have actually been thinking of going on and buying a beautiful new strap for this. I absolutely love the canvas style Louis Vuitton straps. I'm not sure whether this might be overkill for this size bag, but I do love those straps, and it would give me the option of wearing this as a cute little crossbody as well. So this is my number 2 bag, not in priority, but just the second ever luxury bag that I was gifted. And yeah, I don't take any of these pieces for granted. I still, to this day, wear them and enjoy them and know that I always will, because they are pieces that I just probably won't ever be in a position that I can replace. Next up, I have two little Dior purses which I was gifted, and I worked this out, like it must be close to 23 years ago, so I've had them for a really long time. I think they're called the Trotter bags, and this one here I have used quite a bit over the years and just used it to pop my very expensive camera lenses in, and then I'll pop this inside my camera bag. The only thing about these is that the patent, the white patent, has discolored a little bit, and I have seen some that are secondhand pre-loved Dior Trotter bags, and the same thing has happened to them. So obviously it's just what happened with these bags, but I still think they are super cute. I won't be parting with them. What I will do is I'll leave a link to all of these bags in the description box below, because I have managed to find some vintage options and a few of my favorites, so I will link everything below. There are some amazing places where you can easily find yourself and pick up some of these pieces pre-loved, and they're in very good condition as well. Next up is this gorgeous little, also monogram purse from Louis Vuitton, and this one here has the stitching in the strap, which is super hard wearing. In fact, this purse looks exactly the same as it did on the day that I received it, and it too would be close to 20 years old. I really loved this one initially when I'm just looking here, it's still got its little authentication certificate inside. I loved this one because I love this hardware. It's just super sturdy and really kind of, I don't know, grunty, and it's just, it's quite satisfying clicking it together. I've always loved that, and I love the size of this because it just tucks really neatly under your arm. And in fact, this is the one that I keep reaching for when I'm going out these days, or just during the day. If I'm not wearing a crossbody bag, I absolutely love this. The size and the shape is perfect. So this is, I think, possibly my absolute fave. And in fact, if I was buying a Louis Vuitton bag now, there's one, I'll put a picture of it up on the screen here and show you. This is one that I have loved and been looking at for a long time now. I'm sure I'm not ever going to be in the position to actually treat myself and buy one, but if I was going to buy a Louis Vuitton bag and I was going to splash out, this is the one that I would buy. I love the fact that it would be timeless. It's crossbody. The canvas strap just gives it that real versatility. It's kind of got that street style, and it's not uptight. It's just very, very cute. So if I was buying a Louis Vuitton bag at the moment, this is the one that I would buy. And please let me know what you think of luxury bags. Do you own any? If so, I'd love to know what you own. And if you don't, is there one that you would buy if money were no object? Please let me know in the comments below. As I said, that Louis Vuitton bag that I just showed you is the one that I would absolutely love to buy, but perhaps you're dreaming of a Chanel bag or a YSL bag or a Birkin. Please let me know. I'm really fascinated to hear what you would love to own. Okay, next up again is another monogram bag. Now remember, these were all gifted to me around sort of 15 to 20 years ago, and at that point in time, this was the ride or die look for Louis Vuitton. So it was very much what was happening back then, and you know, I'm not mad about that, because at the end of the day, these are classic pieces that are timeless. I've got a visitor. Oh, hello. 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 Have you come to say hello? You have? That's nice. That's nice. What do you think of the Louis Vuitton bags? I think she'd probably approve. Maybe she's not interested. But as I was saying, this is a real goodie as well. And I do keep thinking if I bought one of the canvas crossbody Louis Vuitton straps, I could actually use it with this bag as well. So it would give me the option of wearing it crossbody or just holding it like a cute little purse. The only reason I haven't used this a lot is because of this closing detail. You always need to tie it up, and I don't know whether I'm lazy or what it is, but I just tend to opt for the purses that just seem to close really simply. Just click and you're closed. This does require a little bit more effort. I love the style and the shape and the look of these bucket style bags. It's just the closure that is not quite as easy to work with. Okay, next up is this beautiful bronzy patent Louis Vuitton bag, and I have not worn this in years, but it was fantastic when I was a magazine editor because it was the perfect size to fit magazines in, and I would always take magazines home with me at the end of the day, and I always had proofreading to do, so it was perfect for that. And usually when I would take this as a little purse, I could pop that inside and I could grab this and I'd be gone. So this one I used to use a lot, but I honestly have not used this one since I left magazines, which was 10, 12 or so years ago now, so a long time ago. But I probably should resurrect this one because it is a thing of beauty and it is a good size, and I should actually start using this one again. But I just haven't for a while, but I do love it. And I know that it comes in like a beautiful patent red as well, which is amazing. And speaking of red, I was also sent this beautiful bright red little Dior purse. Now I think that this is very much like a little makeup purse, and that's pretty much what I've actually used this for over the years. It's just a cute little purse. There's no strap or anything, so essentially it's a little makeup or a purse that I have actually used this for a lens for my camera. The great thing about this, I used to actually use this, I've just remembered, I used to use this in my camera bag because my camera bag was predominantly black, and my favorite, most covetable camera lens I would keep in here. I'd pop it in my black bag and I could always find it really easily. So that is what I use this for. And I have one more beautiful luxury bag that I'll share with you. Let me just go and grab it. And last but not least is this beautiful Moka bucket style Louis Vuitton handbag. And this was a favorite of mine for years. Interestingly, I didn't mind the tie do up on this. I think because the tie was much softer and it was just, I don't know, I got into the habit of it and it was easy to use. In fact, maybe if I use this more often, this leather will probably soften up, so good reason to bring that one back. But this one, I just loved the shape, the style. Again, it was a classic. It went with everything that I wore. In fact, it may be time to bring this one back as well. It's an oldie, as they all are, but it's a goodie. So this is the sum total of my luxury handbag collection. It's clearly not huge. There's nothing new here. They are all real vintage handbags, and I feel very lucky that I have these pieces. They're all attached to a wonderful period of time and a wonderful time in my life. So they all have memories, and in fact, each year I would be gifted a Louis Vuitton handbag, and I remember it would be such an exciting time of the year because they would arrive in a big box all beautifully gift wrapped, and the receptionist would march down to my office to give me the box, and usually along the way she would pick up team members and they would see this Louis Vuitton box being taken down to me, and by the time she arrived at my desk there'd be a cast of thousands with her and everyone eagerly awaiting me to open the box and see what was inside. So it was always such an exciting time and an exciting memory, and I remember I used to feel really guilty that, you know, I was the one getting these amazing gifts, and we were all oohing and ahhing about them. And I don't even think that maybe in the very early days there was one Louis Vuitton store here in New Zealand, but it was such a novelty and such an exciting time for us. And yeah, it was a time that I remember incredibly fondly, and as I said, I have amazing memories attached to these purses, and that is why I'm definitely going to be bringing a couple of them out and reincorporating them into my outfits. I think this is the one that I love the most, and for all sorts of reasons, but Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. It has been a little bit different to the norm, but I did want to just share my collection. I don't see it growing anytime soon, unfortunately, but I would love to hear your thoughts on luxury handbags, whether you own any, whether you have your heart set on any. But thank you for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye for now.